came home and found strangers in my house. The door was unlocked. That was the first mistake. I don't forget locks, not after everything I've built, everything I've protected. I stood there for a moment, key still between my fingers, staring at the slightly open gap. A thin slice of darkness, breathing, listening, voices. Not one, not two. A low murmur, laughter, inside my house. My chest didn't tighten. It didn't race. It went still. That kind of stillness that comes right before something breaks. I pushed the door open slowly. No rush, no panic. Control is everything. Shoes. Strangers' shoes scattered across my floor like they belonged there. A man's voice, confident, careless, echoed from the living room. I told you she won't say anything. She has nowhere else to go. I didn't move, didn't breathe, just listened. She's old. She'll adjust. A second voice, softer, nervous. My daughter. I stepped forward. Each step deliberate, quiet. And then I saw them, 3 strangers on my couch. My daughter standing beside them, arms folded, avoiding my eyes. And him, my son-in-law, leaning back like he owned the walls. He looked at me and smiled. That was his second mistake. "You're back early," he said. I set my keys down on the table. Slowly, carefully, measured. My voice came out colder than I expected. "Who are they?" He didn't even sit up. "They're staying with us." Us. I looked at him. Then at her. Then back at him. And that's when he said it. "You don't decide anything here anymore." A pause. A small one. Just enough for something inside me to shift. "We live here now." Silence filled the room. Heavy. Thick. I looked at him. Really looked at him. And then I said it. Soft. Precise. Final. "Then pack your things." No one moved. Not immediately. Because confidence like his doesn't shatter instantly. It cracks slowly. He laughed first. A short, dismissive sound. "You're joking." I didn't respond. Didn't blink. Didn't even breathe differently. My daughter stepped forward. "Mom, let's not do this right now." Her voice trembled. Not from fear, from guilt. I know the difference. I raised my hand slightly. Not to stop her. To silence her. And she did. Because somewhere, deep beneath whatever lie she was living, she still remembered who I was. I asked a question, I said, my eyes still locked on him. "Who are they?" "They're my family," he said. "And they're staying." Family. Interesting word. Flexible. Convenient. I nodded once. As if I understood. As if I accepted it. But inside, something was aligning. Pieces clicking into place. Because this wasn't sudden. People don't move into houses overnight. Not without preparation. Not without permission. Not without betrayal. I turned my gaze to my daughter. She looked away immediately. There it was. Confirmation. Not spoken. Not needed. "How long?" I asked. She hesitated. "Too long. A few days," she whispered. Another lie. I could smell it. See it. Feel it. Everything in this room was rehearsed. Except me. I wasn't part of their plan. That was their third mistake. I didn't argue. Didn't shout. Didn't throw them out. Not yet. That's what they expected. Emotion. Chaos. Weakness. I gave them none of it. Instead, I nodded. Once. Fine. That surprised them. I saw it in their faces. Confusion. Relief. Arrogance. Especially him. He leaned back again. Relaxed. Victorious. He thought he had won something. I let him believe that. For now. That night, I didn't sleep. I watched. Listened. Observed. Every movement. Every whisper. Every glance exchanged when they thought I wasn't looking. My house had changed. The air felt different. Contaminated, but I didn't react. I adapted. And then I started digging. Quietly. Carefully. Strategically. First the documents. The house deed. Still in my name. Only mine. Always had been. No transfers. No signatures. Nothing legal. Good. Then the accounts. Shared access. That was my oversight. Corrected within minutes. Passwords changed. Access revoked. Silently. He didn't notice. Not yet. Then the calls. I checked records. Numbers I didn't recognize. Frequent. Late night. Consistent. I traced them. Names surfaced. Connections formed. And then the truth started to show itself. Piece by piece. A pattern. A plan. They hadn't just moved in. They had been preparing. For weeks, maybe months. Convincing her. Pressuring her. turning her against me. Slowly, deliberately, and she let them. That was the part that didn't hurt. Not anymore. It clarified things, made decisions easier, cleaner. By the third night, I had everything I needed. Not assumptions, not suspicions. Proof. Cold. Undeniable. And still, I said nothing. I waited. Because timing is everything. Morning came quietly. Too quietly. They were comfortable now. Too comfortable. I called them into the living room. All of them. No urgency in my voice. No emotion. Just a request. They came. Curious. Slightly irritated. He stood at the center again. Like this was still his stage. I handed him a folder. He frowned. "What's this?" "Open it." He did. Slowly. Carelessly. At first. Then his expression changed. Subtly. But I saw it. Because I was watching for it. Legal notices. Ownership confirmation. Eviction documentation. Prepared. Filed. Activated. And beneath that, bank statements. Transfers. Unauthorized. Traceable. Criminal. His hands tightened. My daughter stepped closer. "What is it?" He didn't answer. He couldn't. So I did. For weeks. I said calmly. "You've been moving people into my house. Using my resources. Planning something you thought I wouldn't notice." Silence. Sharp. Unforgiving. I looked at her. "You knew." She shook her head. Weakly. But her eyes betrayed her. And I didn't argue. Didn't need to. The truth was already in the room. Breathing. Heavy. Unavoidable. "You don't decide anything here," he said again. But this time, it sounded different. Thinner. Fragile. I stepped closer. Not aggressive. Just precise. I already did. I took the folder from his hands. Closed it. Gently. "The locks are being changed today." His jaw tightened. "You can't." "I can." I cut him off. Softly. "But that's not the important part." I turned to my daughter. Held her gaze. For the first time, she didn't look away. "I gave you everything," I said. "And you let him turn it into this." Her eyes filled. But I felt nothing. No anger. No sadness. Just clarity. I looked back at him. "You thought this was about space," I said. "About control." A small pause. It never was. I stepped back. Creating distance. Final distance. This was a test. Confusion flickered across his face. And then, understanding. Too late. "I needed to know," I continued, "how far you'd go." Silence. Heavy. Crushing. And now I do. The front door opened. 2 men stepped in. Professional. Efficient. Expected. He turned sharply. "What is this?" "Process," I said. Cold. Final. They left louder than they arrived. Voices raised. Excuses thrown. Blame scattered like dust. I didn't engage. Didn't respond. Didn't even watch them go. I stood in the center of my house. Still, silent, untouched. Hours later, the silence returned. Real silence. Clean. Empty. Mine. I walked through each room slowly. Not to check. Not to fix. Just to feel. Everything was exactly where it should be. Except one thing. Trust. That was gone. And it wouldn't be coming back. I stopped by the window. Looked outside. Watched nothing. Felt everything. And then, nothing again. Because that's what clarity does. It removes the weight. The doubt. The illusion. In the end, they didn't lose the house. They lost access to me. And that was the only thing they ever truly needed. I turned away from the window. And for the first time in weeks, I locked the door behind me. Slowly. Deliberately. Permanently.